7 best cities in the UK to visit right now. The UK is not short of incredible cities to visit. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland have fascinating cultures that you can experience through their cities' architecture, attractions, and hospitality. We'll cover the finest in the United Kingdom. When planning a trip to the United Kingdom, these are the places you should be adding to your itinerary. So subscribe to Go Travel 7 channel on YouTube and let's find out the best cities in the UK to visit right now. Number 1. London, the largest city. As the capital of England and the country's largest, London was always going to be on this list. It is one of the greatest arts and cultural hubs in both Europe and the rest of the world. London is easily the most popular and famous to visit in England, and for many good reasons. London is full of attractions, including historical sites, landmarks, art galleries, theatres, and museums. Your days visiting London will be varied and action-packed. For example, you may spend a morning at the Natural History Museum, an afternoon grabbing lunch and shopping at the market in Camden Borough, and an evening watching a West End show. If you are a first-time visitor to the UK, prioritize a visit to London. Not only does the city give you a broad impression of England, but London is also very accessible. You'll be bowled over by the number of things to do and see. Just do some research and choose where to stay carefully beforehand to maximize your time when you arrive. If you need some extra guidance, you can read our 3-day itinerary for more information. Number 2. Manchester. Manchester is one of the best cities in northern England. Its flamboyant urban area and nightlife make it popular with university students, and visitors can expect a fun, friendly atmosphere. Manchester was massively shaped by the Industrial Revolution and is widely claimed to be the world's first industrial city. Manchester was once famous for textile production, and the wealth from which was reinvested in the city's development and into wealthy families. However, Manchester has outgrown its revolution associations nowadays and is now known as an entertaining weekend getaway and sought-after place to live. You can learn about the Industrial Revolution at Manchester Science and Industry Museum. We'd recommend also allowing Tam to visit the Manchester Art Gallery and the National Football Museum. The Manchester Art Gallery showcases artworks from over 6 centuries, and the Football Museum is a must for the Premier League fans. In the evening, head to the Gay Village or Spinning Fields for a few drinks at the best pubs and clubs. The Manchester dress code is retro and indie, regardless of the venue, so come prepared with your trendiest outfits. Number 3. Leeds. If Manchester is one of the greatest cities in northern England, Leeds is not far behind. Like Manchester, Leeds was also massively influenced by the Industrial Revolution, and you'll notice converted mill and factory buildings in many of the nearby areas. Leeds is the third biggest in England and is known for its hospitality, small city centre, and a proximity to the Yorkshire Dales. Leeds is favoured amongst university students, meaning you'll enjoy a friendly atmosphere and lots of cheap eateries. The centre is small, easily walkable, and perfect for a weekend of shopping, wining, and dining. We'd recommend allowing Tam to take a day trip to Yorkshire Dales National Park, visit the Industrial Museum, and Kirkstall Abbey. If you want to drink, don't wear embarrassing fancy dress costume for the Oatley Run, a famous local pub crawl, or head to the Coles for photogenic venues along the river. Number 4. Edinburgh. Edinburgh is an amazing city to visit. As the Scottish capital, it attracts millions of tourists, and honestly, you should join the crowd. Edinburgh is famed for its old town, which has those dreamy cobbled streets lined with independent shops, cafes, and restaurants. Some of the buildings in the old town are 500 years old, and the architecture gives the neighborhood a time capsule effect, especially with Edinburgh Castle and the sound of bagpipes in the background. Edinburgh Castle is easily one of the best things to do, although you should also visit the National Museum, climb the Scott Monument, and walk the Royal Mile. Edinburgh excellently encapsulates the Scottish culture, history, and identity. As a first-time visitor to Scotland, we'd highly recommend visiting Edinburgh. Number 5. Glasgow. Of course, just because Edinburgh is fantastic doesn't mean you should skip visiting Glasgow. Glasgow is a great city to visit, and you'll find lots of things to do and see. It has a slightly more modern feel than Edinburgh and lots of public green space to enjoy in the summer. Of course, Glasgow has two very passionate rival football teams, and fans should try to attend a Celtic or Rangers game to experience the sporting passion firsthand. You should prioritize visiting the Glasgow Necropolis, People's Palace, Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum, and Pollock Country Park. Pollock Country Park is particularly popular amongst tourists wanting to see Highland cattle. The park has a herd that lives on site, so note it down if you want to meet one. Glasgow is widely known as the country's second city, but we think it ranks just as highly as Edinburgh. Number 6. Belfast. The Northern Irish capital is well deserving of a place on our list. Belfast has a lot going for it. Belfast is easily added to a trip to England. You can catch a ferry from Liverpool or a domestic flight from any UK airport, sometimes costing less than $15 when booked in advance. Belfast has a vibrant feel, with plenty of new developments like Castle Court Shopping Centre. However, there is also a lot of history. You can learn about the Troubles by touring Belfast's political murals, visiting the Titanic Belfast Museum, touring Crumlin Road Jail, or walking up the Stormont, the home of the NI government. From the city, there are hundreds of things to do, including visiting the Giant's Causeway and the Mourne Mountains. Belfast is a fantastic base if you want to experience Northern Ireland for the first or millionth time. Number 7. Bristol. While not one of the most famous cities in Great Britain, Bristol is easily one of the best cities for tourists. Over the years, Bristol has transformed from a port town to a thriving city, highly sought after to visit, study, and live. Bristol is located along the Bristol Channel, an inlet from the Atlantic Ocean, so it is close to beaches should you want to sunbathe or swim. However, most impressively, Bristol is divided by a deep river gorge. Visitors entering Bristol cross over suspension bridges, making a scenic and memorable start to a holiday. Bristol's attractions include the SS Great Britain. SS Great Britain is an 1843 restored passenger liner. The ship is revered as the world's first great ocean liner and has two museums, refurbished ship areas, and dockyards. The ship also houses many artifacts from its sister ship, the Royal Charter, which sailed around the world before her shipwreck. For more naval history, you can stop by the nearby Under 4 Yard Visitor Centre to visit its popular maritime museum. Bristol is a fascinating place in England for those interested in maritime stories. That's it. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to Go Travel 7.